Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do something a little different. Amrezy, if you guys don't know who Amrezy is, she is a social media influencer and she just came out with a palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is the palette right here. So I did purchase the palette on Anastasia Beverly Hills and I saw that Amrezy uploaded a makeup tutorial on IGTV and I wanted to follow her makeup tutorial because the way that she did her makeup was really different than the way that I do my makeup. So I was just kind of curious to see what the result would be if I followed her makeup tutorial on IGTV. And she used a palette, so I'm going to be doing exactly the same things that she did in that tutorial. Hopefully I don't mess up because it is a full face. This video is going to be a little long, so make sure you grab a snack or a drink or something. Alright, so I love Amrezy. I love the way that she does her makeup. I don't think I have seen a full face makeup tutorial from her. She doesn't really do makeup tutorials or anything like that. She just posts pictures on Instagram and I just think she's really beautiful. So I am excited. Okay, so she first starts off with a spray. So I'm going to use the Dewy Set Spray from Anastasia because I don't have the Tatcha one. And also, she says that she has really dry skin. My skin is not really dry. I have oily skin. So obviously, also, I don't have every single product that she has, but I am going to use similar products as I can. And everything I'm using is cruelty-free. Alright, so she first starts off with a brow pen. I do not have a brow pen, so what I'm going to use is this brush from Anastasia. It's like a really thin brush, so I feel like I can get those hair strokes that she does. And I'm going to use this pomade from Colourpop. It's a brow pomade in the shade Black and Brown.
Hairs, basically. It's really easy to use. I don't think I'll feel it when I hit the ground. In October, it feels like summertime. Okay, so she said that she does like more of a thicker brow, so I'm gonna try to do that as well. In a good amount of my brow, I stop here with the Glossier. Reason why, when I take it all the way in, it looks super fake. I don't like that. So in order to make the front of the brow look as natural as possible, I go in with Brow Wiz, Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown, and literally just the light strokes, nothing crazy, only for the front of the brow. And it helps me brush it out with a little spoolie. Okay, so she then went in with the Brow Wiz. I ran out of my Brow Wiz, so I'm using the NYX brow pencil, and this is in the shade Chocolate, and I'm just gonna fill in the front. And then I'll fill in wherever I feel like I've left gaps with the Glossier. Stay down, down. She is so funny. She cracks me up. She did do the other brow off camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and be right back. So I no longer conceal my brows the way I used to do back in the day. Kind of like them a little more not as structured, but what I definitely need, which is soap brows. So this is what I set my brows with. So this is what I use, and I put a shitload of it. A shitload of this product. So I do not have soap brow, but I do have the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel, and this one is really good. I feel like it does hold the brows really good, so I'm gonna apply a lot like she's applying the soap brows, and hopefully it does keep my eyebrows up. So this is the last step of brows before we go into shadow. So she goes in with the palette next. So she first goes in with the shades New Yorker. I don't want you to see all the mess in the back. Okay. New Yorker and OG. Pop that in the crease. So I like to take my crease shade into where my contour will be, which starts in here in the nose, on the side of the nose. And the outer crease and inner crease, she's applying 1988, which is this one, and Yugo, which is this one. So I'm going to do that, and I grabbed a smaller brush
And these shadows are really pigmented, so I'm like barely dipping my brush in here. The inner, so the outer crease.
It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name.
Okay, and then she goes in with Yugo and she says she uses it to deepen up the crease. So I'm gonna grab Yugo and apply it on the outer. She kind of goes in with a bigger brush to apply Yugo.
I'm gonna go in with Shemsa in the crease. I probably will pop some Breezy in the crease too after I'm, you know, as I mentioned, I like to go back and forth. And then I'm definitely gonna pop the blue on the lower lash line. I want this look to be super fun.
She says she was putting Barb right on top of this shade, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna wet my brush just a little bit. I know she didn't do this, but I don't want it to be all over. The shade is so pretty.
Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab a even smaller shader brush and grab the shade Barb.
We applied Anastasia over the lid. Now we're gonna go in with Barb.
The shade is
Barb
really
energy,
pretty too.
okay?
I love pink.
Shout out to the Barbs. A lot of times I use it as a tear duct shade, but also Barb all over the lid over Anastasia.
The only thing with this shade though is that it does have a lot of fallout because it has a lot of glitter. It's probably better to apply this shade with your finger. I have glitter all under my eye.
Here is a better view of the close-up of the shadow. I flipped the camera so you can see that detail. Okay, so we're going in with BK.
Okay, so it looks like she applied the blue shade on the lower lash line, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So that one's the shade Leo. Whoa, this picked up so much of that shade. Oh my god. So it looks like she started from the inside. Oh my god, the shade is so pretty. And then she kind of brought it out a little bit as well.
I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name.
Okay, so she brings this black shade all the way up to like the inner corner. And then she kind of connects it with the blue shade down here.
We're gonna go in with Shemsa and Reezy, and I'm gonna pop that in the crease. First, I'm gonna pop in Shemsa, which is the matte cranberry mauve, I like to call it.
Red and orange sorbet, like it is the best, yeah.
Just to give it more.
Okay, so she goes in with Shemsa.
In October, it feels like summertime.
It's a really pretty shade too. And she goes in with Reezy.
Black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming.
To jazz it up even more, I'm gonna add some Liddy on the lid, which is the pressed glitter. Obsessed. So Liddy and Gemini, remember, are pressed glitters. Best application for the pressed glitters is with your finger, but unfortunately my nails are really long. Literally just press the glitter on.
Whoa.
Down, unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day.
I'm gonna go back in with Yugo and 1988, which are the outer crease brown shades. And I'm gonna pop even more in the crease, just for more definition.
Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring.
Alright, so then she goes in with black eyeliner. I'm using the Fenty Beauty eyeliner.
Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day. Like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name.
A close-up of what my eyelashes look curled, and just a close-up of the shadow overall. I took up the glitter, the pressed glitter, a little high for one, I don't have a crease. So I take it up even higher because if I don't, it just kind of gets lost in my hooded lids. Show you guys a close-up of my lashes and how I apply them. And I learned this trick from Ashcombe, who is a celebrity makeup artist. So I apply the end of my lash on my lid. So I'm gonna look down so you can see it. So it's above my lash line. Here it's applied right on the lash line, but toward the end to lift the eye and make it go up and kind of give me like a cat eye effect. My way of applying makeup is, I'm sure, different from what you've seen. I like to apply, I know most people like to apply mascara before they actually put on their lashes. I like to apply mascara after because I want to combine.
All right, so I went ahead and applied the lashes and I lifted it up just a little bit right here on the corner and applied a little bit of mascara like she did right here to kind of blend the lashes together. Hey guys, editing Sylvia here, and I realized in the video that I did not apply mascara on my lower lashes, and that's maybe because I didn't see her do it, but I know she did because you can tell that she has mascara on her lower lashes. So yeah, just ignore it. I'm not wearing mascara for the rest of the video on my lower lashes. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, so then she goes in with moisturizer. So I'm going to use this
oil. I like
to
first apply moisturizer and then I'll put the oil on top because, as I said, my skin is really dry, especially in the winter.
Okay, so I applied a little bit of oil. This is from Fourthray, the strawberry seed oil, and I'm just like tapping it on my face. I also did apply primer underneath. I used the Toofaced Hangover RX primer and the Cover FX Pore Filling Primer.
He does concealer first. He conceals all the areas you would conceal, contours with cream contour, and then the smallest amount of foundation gets put in areas where there's...
Okay, so I'm using the Toofaced concealer. So the shade that I'm using is probably too light, but
I guess I'm just used to it.
Okay, and then she goes in with a lighter concealer shade. I think this one's too light, so I'm not gonna do that.
Blending, I like to take a smaller beauty blender just to get right underneath my
okay, so then she grabs a smaller beauty blender to get like right under.
It's kind of hard not to ruin it.
The eyes, but I don't have that, so I'm just gonna use this concealer brush from Tarte. Eyeshadow. Okay. This is so hard, like not to mess up the eyeshadow. Okay, so then she goes in with cream contour. I'm using this contour palette from Viseart. It's called the Professional Preview Palette Corrector Camouflage. And I'm going to use the darkest shades in here because she used a really dark shade. She contours right along the jaw. Oh my god, this is so dark. Okay, I'm going to mix it with this one.
A color so dark. But once it's blended, it doesn't really show. And this is super creamy to the point where right after I blend it,
and she like literally goes all over
the color. Especially after I apply a little bit of foundation just to marinate, not marinate, but marry everything.
She also contours her nose.
Alright, now we're gonna blend that out.
Okay, then she just blends everything out.
Brush. I like to push out my jaw to really get in there. I'm gonna go over it with foundation just to make sure it's 100% blended. In October, it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I have a really wide forehead, so I absolutely need a lot of contour on my forehead. I after this, I will finish it off with... See, once you blend it, it's really not. I'll take another brush to blend out my nose contour.
Again, so she goes with a brush to blend out the contour on her nose.
Beauty blender and foundation to make sure everything is no lines. But this is just the beginning stage of the contour.
And then I'm just going with the beauty blender because, girl, it takes so long with the damn brush.
So now I'm gonna apply foundation in all the areas where there is no foundation, and you've seen where it's like.
Okay, so then she goes in with foundation, like a really small amount. So I'm gonna use the By Beauty foundation and apply it on the beauty blender. Like she said, she only applies just. So she says she only applies a little bit in the areas that she does not have foundation. And then she just blends it out.
So I actually go
and she goes over
the contour.
And
I know you're gonna probably say, why are you going over the contour? What was the whole point of putting it on? Because I don't want it to be that aggressive. I already have high cheekbones due to filler. I mean, I already had high cheekbones, so filler just emphasized everything. But I don't need that much contour. I just like to do it anyways. I am going to move to the next step, which is baking. So I have a different way of baking these days. What I mean by that is I apply it differently, and also I take it off differently. So instead of taking the brush and swooping everything away, which ends up moving the makeup, I literally press it into the skin. So you'll see after I start removing it. But for now, I use Deep Peach from Anastasia and Banana, and I mix them together.
All right, so she goes into baking. I'm going to use these two powders. This is the Anastasia Banana powder, and this is the Kylie Translucent powder, and I'm going to mix them.
So I literally press it in with this brush. I don't do this. If I did that, bitch, my under eyes would look like a crocodile skin. Like, no. My entire concealer would just, it would look disgusting. We have no time for cakiness, and I mean, you've literally seen what I did. This has been my makeup routine since Raquel did my makeup in October for the shoot. Okay, so for contour, I use the Dior Backstage contour palette. I really love it. It's so small, it's easy to use. And now we are going to try to remove those little
Tarte contour palette, and I'm just contouring my nose like she's doing it.
I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain.
Okay, so now we're gonna hit up the jawline to set the cream contour that we've already done.
I kind of went in with the powder everywhere, so I got it all on my brows. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But I'm just like applying contour everywhere like she is doing. And she does this to set the cream contour, but I pretty much already set with the powder because it was literally everywhere.
Go in with bronzer.
So I'm using the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Private Island.
Bronzer everywhere, really.
Of course, I'm going to link all the products that I used in this video in the description box. So she says she goes in everywhere with bronzer, which I definitely need it because I look really pale. Because the concealer that I used was extremely pale.
I use multiple blushes at a time. I'm gonna start off with, I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna do this. This is Illamasqua.
All right, so then she says that she basically stacks her blushes. So I'm gonna use two different blushes. This is the Cover FX,
I like to layer blush.
Pink Dahlia, and then this is the Sigma Core, the Rosa. So I'm just gonna stack both of these.
I've been on my way up, now it's really far down.
Next, we're gonna go in with the one and only Amrezy highlighter.
Okay, so then she goes in with highlighter, and I do have her highlighter, so I'm just gonna. And her highlighter is freaking bomb. I love her highlighter.
Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take.
I recently just got this product, and this is what Raquel used on my face for this pink shoe. This is a Ben Nye shimmer. It's like a bronzy. I don't want to say it's a highlighter because I don't know if it's a highlighter. I don't know if it's a bronzer. I really don't know what the fuck it is. But all I know is I love putting it on top of basically everything I just put on. So I like to put some in the forehead, center forehead. Lord knows I don't need any more help in the forehead with it looking as big as it is. But I like it in the center because it just gives like such a pretty glow. And then I'll even put some over the highlighter, just for like extra. So the color's called Bronze. So you know
I used this palette from Smashbox. It's like from their holiday collection. There's like a bronzer in here that has a little shimmer, so I just applied that all over my face like she did.
But I just don't like my lip shape, the top one. So I literally create an entirely new lip shape. I'm a drag queen.
All right, so I'm gonna use the KKW lip liner.
I basically widen it. I flatten the top right here. And then I drag it all the way down here.
Like day by day, like day by day. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day, like day by day.
And then she goes in with lipstick. I'm using the nude number 4 in KKW Beauty. And then she taps with her finger.
In October, it feels like summertime. I keep falling for you like every night. Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain.
And there you have it, folks. I am complete. I mean, the look is complete.
Okay, so I kind of just went over my brows because they were looking a little powdery. All right, guys, so this is the finished look, and oh my god, you guys, I love this makeup look. It definitely is a lot of work, but the finished result is so beautiful, and I honestly feel like Amrezy right now. I just love how my makeup looks, and I am so happy that I was able to follow the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.